We're with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California. You're in Paris. You've had discussions with some of the actors of this climate conference. Are you optimistic there will be a deal, and a good deal, very soon?
Well, I think that it started already more than a year ago when President Hollande and Foreign Minister Fabius invited me to come over here and to have a conference here. And I thought then already that they have a totally different approach. They wanted to learn from what has been made, what were mistakes from the past, and really move forward in a positive way. They have all the energy, they had a great vision and all that. So I had great hopes already a year ago, and I have great hopes today. I think there's really a lot of optimism here in town. There's a lot of positive people around that think that they can get something done. Would it be perfect? I don't think so. I don't think anyone looks for perfection here. I think everyone looks for moving the ball forward and continuing the progress and really setting goals for the future. And then it has to be worked out on how to measure all this stuff and how to make sure that people really stay with the commitments.
So now is the crucial few days and few nights, probably. You think that all the disagreements, there are so many countries with so many different points of view, will be reconciled in something that can really save the planet?
Well, it's very, very difficult, as you know. And this is why I have always said that it is very important to not just rely on the national governments, but to actually also use subnational governments, states, provinces, and cities, because most of the action is taking place on a regional level. The laws that we have passed in California, for instance, or in Los Angeles, are very powerful laws, and that I think that 70% of the action of reducing greenhouse gases is happening through laws on the regional level and then a subnational level. And so that should be included, and I think that's what they've done wisely this time, and that's why I think they will make more progress this time than ever before.
In the U.S., the state that you governed, California, is clearly at the forefront of this fight. Clearly, the U.S. Congress is not. Do you think that things are changing in the U.S. vis-a-vis climate change?
But that's the point that I was making. We had every obstacle from our federal government, the national government, but we didn't pay any attention to that. They even told us that we cannot regulate our own air, and we took them to court. And we took it all the way up to the Supreme Court of the United States. And the Supreme Court decided with us that, yes, greenhouse gases is a pollutant, and therefore we can regulate our own air. So we beat the federal government. So we never take it without a fight. And I think that other subnational governments around the world should do the same thing. If the national governments don't do things the way they should do, subnational governments can step in and go at the things and go in the right direction. So that's really the important thing. In America, as you know, it's not just the budget or the environment, or the energy, or immigration reform. I mean, in everything they have a problem and they fight over because they use ideology and political arguments why they shouldn't get it done. And I think that they should get together because a lot of these issues are people's issues, not political issues. I mean, there is no such thing as Democratic air or Republican air. We all breathe the same air. There's no liberal water or conservative water. We all drink the same water. So let's all work together and protect the environment so that we have safe air and safe water.
What about the business community? Do you think they've come a long way as well, and that this could help not only reach an agreement here in Paris, but make sure it's reviewed and improved over the years?
Well, I think that the business community is a very important component because you need the investments and you need the private sector to invest. And that's why we in California, through the public sector, have really done everything we could with tax incentives and everything to really get the ball rolling. And then the more you produce solar panels, for instance, or the more you produce electric cars and hydrogen cars, and so the more the prices come down. It's like with cell phones. The first cell phone I remember when I used it was $1,600. It was this huge brick that I had in my hand. And now there's a little phones and they cost almost nothing. So this is the same with solar and with all this green technology. We in California have brought the costs down. People are using it now, and this is why we are 40% more energy efficient than the rest of the United States.